Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back. I hope there's as many of you at the end of this as there are at the beginning. Tony actually mentioned to me before, he said, Chris, it's great that you're sponsoring this event, which is, of course, it's all about reducing electricity consumption. So I think I've got something a little bit wrong there, but it is great to be sponsoring, co-sponsoring this inaugural IoT event. Jersey Electricity has been very technology-driven, as you might imagine, over its 95-year history, and is becoming increasingly so, particularly in the next 5 to 10 years, it will be. And we can clearly see an enormous opportunity to digitally connect our island in new and innovative ways, in ways that can benefit consumers, but also can preserve this fantastic place we call Jersey. Jersey Electricity has been working hard behind the scenes to build a robust foundation that will support a fully integrated digital transformation. And in the limited time available, I plan to share just a couple of projects from our journey so far and give you a little bit of an insight into where we're heading. Now, whilst I think we made great progress, I don't want to give any kind of impression that, we're anywhere near finished or we've got all the answers, because we clearly don't. And I know we don't, because I've just seen the first two presentations, which were, there's a lot there for us to take away and consume. Hopefully, though, I can give some real food for thought as to how we can work together to accelerate a journey towards a fully connected, smart, zero-carbon Jersey. Now, digitalization is one of the three big global trends that we see in the evolution of the power sector. Jersey's no different. Digitalization and the digital twin, as we've already heard, have the potential to transform the customer experience in a way that we could only dream about a few years ago. Our aim is that this technology will put islanders at the heart of our business in a manner that was simply previously thought not possible. And it's worth just taking a couple of moments just to reflect on where we live. Over 600 million people live on islands across the world, and Jersey, with just 100,000 citizens, really is the envy of many of those communities. We have a democratically elected government, a thriving mixed economy of agriculture, tourism, and world-class financial services, supported by a communications and IT infrastructure that is frankly second to none. But importantly, we also have a uniquely clean, secure, and affordable electricity system that is already virtually decarbonised and highly future-proofed. This not only benefits all islanders in their day-to-day lives, but it also projects Jersey as a jurisdiction willing to take responsibility and play its part in the international community. Crucially, though, it's also a key building block for IoT and digital as a whole. No electricity, of course, no communication. No electricity means no digital and no IoT. And whilst we understand that electricity is often taken for granted, this position has been hard won by the Jersey Electricity team over the decades. So our vision then is to help inspire a journey towards zero carbon for Jersey. And for the first time ever, with the help of digital technology and digital twinning amongst other technologies, we believe this is well within Jersey's reach, and potentially, if we can all work together, we could deliver it much faster than you might think. But first of all, a little about how we got here. The current position has been made possible by a £135 million programme of investment in 3 undersea supply cables to France, as well as a highly resilient on-island distribution network, the latest addition to which is the new £17 million primary substation at Westmount. This will be operational later this year and builds capacity and resilience to support 80% of homes and businesses in our capital. We currently import 95% of the island's electricity from certified French low-carbon sources, 1/3 of which even today is from renewable hydroelectric sources. In fact, this year, all of our renewables has come from the facility shown here, and some of you might recognise it. This is, of course, La Rance tidal barrage, located in Brittany, around 40 miles from where we're sitting today. So as other bigger, more powerful countries race to clean up their Energy Act and decarbonise their energy systems, Jersey is already past the post. Electricity here has less than 1/10 of the carbon intensity of the UK grid. In fact, this year it will be 1/15 of the carbon intensity of the UK grid. And this is something that the community can celebrate and leverage in their international dealings and international trade. Of course, this is a great story, but what's also interesting in the context of IoT is the way in which this has been done. And I draw some parallels with the great progress that JT have made with gigabit. Like JT, Jersey Electricity is small by utility standards, but we've taken a long-term view with our investment. We've used very carefully considered but meaningful strategic investment in technology to help us punch above our weight. Investment that we hope will enable the island to unlock many other opportunities. So what of digital twins? Well, I'd like to talk about two projects. First of all, SIPS, our System Integrity Protection System, is a very large, complex, and critical system for the grid, which we use to automatically and instantaneously match electricity supply with demand, intervening in emergency situations to take action to quickly protect people and assets and to minimize any adverse impact on power supplies. SIPS sits on top of a supervisory system, the so-called Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition System. Some of you may have heard the term SCADA, and this is shown in the slide in the image there. The SCADA system is in effect our digital twin. It holds a digital representation of a physical power system with real-time telemetry provided via our own fiber optic network, connecting equipment being monitored. Remote sensing here is a key enabler, as is a secure, fast, and reliable communications infrastructure. But SIPS, however, goes significantly further than simple monitoring and control by using sensors, logic, and algorithms to detect and predict system issues such as overloads, voltage or frequency issues, or faults. Crucially, it intervenes automatically to protect our system in the event of an unplanned incident or event. And interventions can include things like opening circuit breakers to reduce demand and prevent cascade tripping, or maintaining supplies by starting on-island generation if we breach overload limits, for example, if we were to lose a major interconnector. SIPS then uses fast automation to provide an enhanced level of responsiveness and security, operating at a scale not seen in similar systems elsewhere. To achieve this, SIPS continuously monitors 70 circuit breakers, 14 generators in France, Jersey, and Guernsey, continuously tracking around 15,000 data points, and is able to intervene in less than 120 milliseconds, so much quicker than any human could possibly achieve. But what's really interesting is how this sort of technology and these sorts of use cases that we're using in the power system is now cascading down into small businesses and consumers. Why? Because the costs are falling for IoT enablers like remote sensors, communication networks, computing and CPU power, digital storage, all facilitated by cloud technology and software as a service, which is now becoming widespread and pervasive. And this really is unlocking a digital revolution. Secondly, I want to touch on Smart Switch. This is an £11 million project that we started around 5 years ago. It's already seen more than 85% of our customers fitted with digitally connected smart meters, leading to a range of benefits arising from higher quality and more cost-effectively collected metering data. For Jersey Electricity, thank goodness, we've now done away with the old-fashioned practice of having an army of meter readers driving around the island and visiting premises doing manual meter reads. And that obviously has reduced any of the billing issues that we've had in the past as a result of estimated bills. And by the way, these practices are still very widespread elsewhere in the UK and in Europe. So this project is driving down the cost of metering, it's reducing billing inquiries, it's providing a much better understanding of electrical losses. But it's also a gateway to a new relationship with the customer. Although currently a beta version, the Smart Account provides customers with convenient online access to view bills, explore consumption patterns, and evaluate energy savings where energy savings are possible. In terms of smart meter communications, we built our own network using the power cables themselves, so-called power line carrier, coupled with our own internal fiber optic network to connect meters to our internal systems. This is cost-effective, this is secure, and it minimizes any risk of cyber attack and other unwanted intervention. And we estimate we're around 5 years ahead of the UK, but crucially, as we've got into this, we've realized that there is so much untapped opportunity to extend this system further. So having laid a solid infrastructure foundation, we're now shifting our focus onto the demand side and actually beyond the meter into customers' homes and into businesses. As we've already heard, IoT is having a huge impact in this area and presenting a great opportunity for Jersey Electricity to better serve islanders in the future. And I want to talk about what we're working on today, but also our aspirations for the future. Electricity, of course, is only a means to an end. I mean, people don't think that they're buying electrons, they're buying the services that electricity provides. And Jersey Electricity's raison d'etre is to supply life's essentials, but importantly, to do so in a sustainable and responsible way. So I'm talking about things like heating, cooling, comfort, light and entertainment, security and safety, well-being and health, and of course, mobility and transport. All things that with the benefit of digital and the IoT, we can do much more cost-effectively than ever before, and with new value-added services. Value-added services that, frankly, customers here today don't even know they need. As a first step on this journey, we surveyed and listened to our customers, who said they wanted to see a physical energy hub in Jersey, a hub where they can see, touch, and learn about the latest technologies. This space, we hope, will inspire islanders to live cleaner and greener lives by learning how to be more energy efficient, reduce their energy bills, and enjoy higher comfort and controllability. Our answer was to mix the virtual with the reality. Smarter Living is the most advanced energy efficiency promoting and smart tech showcase in the Channel Islands, and as far as we can tell, in the UK. But as I said, this is just the start. We're already working to enhance our Smart Switch test portal into something more advanced that will give customers not just information, but control over their homes and how they live. We're looking to develop a capability where customers will in effect have a digital twin of their homes on their smartphones, tablets, or computers. They'll be able to monitor energy, control devices, and predict the amount they spend on powering their homes from the comfort of their armchairs or even remotely. And we're working to enable them to add their own monitoring equipment to supplement the information we're able to provide from our smart meters. So things like heating systems, washing machines, and refrigerators could be continuously monitored to give consumption information as well as switched to avoid costly peaks. Even give insight on efficiency and maintenance and replacement timing, even linking through to options onto deals through a Powerhouse, our retail stores, so that they can buy new appliances when their old ones are becoming inefficient. So we want to build on this and inspire even further decarbonisation in Jersey. We want to encourage electric transportation, and we've already built charging infrastructure to 16 public charging bays across the island. Not only this, we're poised to launch a brand new smart charging system and have recently made a commitment to fund all public charging infrastructure for electric vehicles. Technology and digital will enable us a further opportunity to optimize the grid, to utilize the batteries of these vehicles by buying back power during the costly demand periods, peak demand periods, and avoid expensive network investment, which has to be sized for peaks in demand. We also recognize the appetite for local renewables in Jersey, and we'll do all we can to encourage their introduction into the energy mix here in an economically viable and socially responsible manner, a manner that benefits all islanders, but not just landowners or developers. And we've recently announced plans to enable the installation of small ground-mounted solar farms built with the security of long-term power purchase contracts with Jersey Electricity. And we continue our discussions with the states over larger-scale offshore wind and tidal power opportunities. But with an electricity system that's already decarbonised and that's helped Jersey reduce its overall carbon emissions by 40% since 1990, the only way the island can make further carbon reductions is to displace fossil fuels with greener electric alternatives. And importantly, to use that electricity in the most efficient way possible. Digital twinning has an important role to play across all elements of the energy system and beyond, enabling the construction of integrated digital twins that can bring data together from all different sources in innovative, value-adding ways across multiple sectors. And we must remember that technology and digital are just enablers, and we must never lose sight of who we're doing this for, namely our customers and islanders. Digital and tech has the potential to take us to the next level in delivering new sources of value to people. So in summary, electricity is a key enabler of a digital future. And we now have a virtually future-proof grid with access to almost limitless supplies, at least in Jersey's context, almost limitless supplies of low-carbon energy on demand. Secondly, customers are central to the digital innovation, and we must help them better understand new possibilities and what that might mean for their new future needs. Is that lower cost services? Is it more information? Is it better control? Is it brand new services that they've never even thought of yet? Thirdly, Jersey's fibre optic network and IoT provide a clear opportunity to digitize and connect the island in powerful and innovative ways. And fourthly, there is significant potential to use digital twins to extend and integrate data from different sources to build a smarter, more innovative Jersey. So I hope I've given some insight into the role of technology in Jersey electricity and the opportunity for Jersey, which, with your help and commitment, will further improve the quality of island life and ultimately deliver a truly zero carbon Jersey. Thank you.
Much.